Good morning, everybody. Are we ready for a stretch? Have you had that kind of week where everything's a little bit tight, a little bit achy? If you're ready for a stretch, this is the perfect class for you. This is our Bitesize Pilates Extra. So we're doing a 15 minutes Pilates stretch focus and 10 minutes relaxation as well at the end. So it's your payoff for the week. Good morning, Joan. So Facebook's obviously doing updates. It's giving me a lot of grief. So last class, I couldn't see your comments. Not till after class had finished. So if you're making me say nice comments, good morning, Mum, then hello and lovely comments, but I can't read them. It also keeps chucking me off when I'm about to start. So they're obviously doing some level of upgrades and things there. But we'll work through it. We'll cope. We cope with more problems than that. My husband's working hard. There he is. Ooh, working hard in the garden. That's what we like to see. Right, well done, everyone. We're going to get into our stretching. So all you need is your mat. I've got my band with me. And we're going to start stretching today on our fronts. So I'm going to take my glasses off now so I can't see anybody because I'm going to be lying on my front. So this class is very slow. It's very controlled. We hold stretches for quite a long time. If you're holding a stretch and then you get a twinge, stop holding the stretch. Okay, the stretch should feel like a big elastic band being drawn out. It shouldn't feel sharp and spiky. So if you get sharp and spiky, you stop. So first of all, onto our tummies, everybody. I've got the band there. So down we go onto our tummies, and you can rest your head down. Now we're going to get hold of a foot. Now if you find your foot's just too far away, this is where your band cunningly comes in. Because you put it around your ankle, you roll back over, and you can hold it there. Another option, if that doesn't work for you, is you can lie on your side. So we're going to stretch these front thighs and we're going to enjoy it a lot, aren't we, everybody? So get hold of your foot, head rests down, and all I want you to do is pull that foot in a little bit so you feel that you're just fairly near your bum, and then relax. Relax your body down, easing your hips into the floor each time you breathe out. So breathe in again, and then exhale, let the body soften and ease your hip down. And this is a beautiful stretch for the thigh muscles mainly. Also the hip flexor muscle, that's the one that lifts your leg up and down. It's also getting into that knee. Quite often we get knee pain, and not always, of course, but very often it's down to the fact the muscles have got too tight. So this is a really good stretch, and we're still holding that stretch. We're easing the hips down each time we breathe out. Good, that leg can go. Let's do the other one. So grab hold of the other one. Knees quite close together. Heads relaxed down, and again, ease your hips in. You have to kind of surrender to a proper stretch. You have to go, okay, I'm going to let go. Let the tension go. And on that exhale, ease your hips down a tiny bit more. Patience with stretching, that's the thing, gotta be patient. Exhale a bit more. Wonderful, release that leg down. Now we're going to stay here, but you're going to open your legs out wide. Not very elegant, I'll be honest. And we're going to do the same thing, so get that first leg again, heads rested down, and ease. Now try and bring your heel towards your bottom still, not in or out, so in towards your bottom. And the same thing. Now that's a very different part of your thigh you're stretching. So for me that feels very odd because it's stretching into the quad muscles. It's not getting the hip flexor anymore. And again, same thing, exhale. Oh, beautiful sunshine we had this morning's disappearing, that's a shame. Hips down a bit more. Relax your foot. Good, you can release that one down. Let's do the other one. So get a hold, and again, ease your hips down. Always very careful with stretching. It can be a bit tempting to go a bit crazy, and maybe at the time it feels okay. You think, oh, I'm going to stretch for 20 minutes, and you do a really deep stretch for far too long. And actually that can give you injuries too. A friend of mine's husband did that recently. Too much stretching is also not great. Somewhere in the middle. Moderation in all things. Push the hip down. That is brilliant. Release your leg. Oh, Bring them back in for me. Now we're going to do a little back stretch now. So easy does it, everybody, on this one. Squeeze your bottom, hands down by your armpits. Let's have your arms there for me. Breath in. I just want you to come up, and can you bring yourself up onto your elbows? Okay, now this position is doing a lovely little stretch through your stomach muscles. So if you can, lift a little bit higher. I've got my hands in front. I'm going to do a little push up and then down. Now you're compressing your spine here. So if you know you've got any spinal problems, just do it mildly and then have a rest. One more time. Down we go, lovely, that's enough of that. So up we come, onto our hands and knees. Our good old friend cat stretches next. So breathe in, arch your back up, tuck your chin in. Oh, big stretch up. Now we're not going to hold this for the full 20 seconds. Down you come, into that middle position, and then carefully drop down. Oh, now that's a good one. I love a bit of cow stretch. Up you come again, smoothly moving through, all the way up to cat. And then slowly down, all the way through to cow. How's it feeling, everybody? Back to the middle. Well done. Sit yourselves back. Oh, well done. Have a little shake out. Okay, I'm going to sit on our bottoms now. I'm going to stick my legs out. You can sit cross-legged if you want to. No, tell you what, I'm going to sit like this. I'm going to sit like this. So I'm going to put the soles of my feet together. You might want your legs out, you might want them crossed. And we're going to do a simple side bend. So hands relaxed down beside you. One arm comes over and stretch. I want you to hold it here. I'm trying my best to make sure that this back side doesn't lift. And I'm stretching. Oh, another fabulous stretch. It gets kind of from your wrist pretty much down to your hip bone. Stretch a bit more if you can. Tiny bit longer. It's a long time, isn't it? Over you come. Ooh. Then we're going to go the other way. Arm comes over. Ooh. Big old stretch. Trying to put this buttock down, so don't let that lift. Drive that arm away. Breathe in. Exhale, lengthen a bit more. Such a good stretch, this one. Holding it there. It's very simple, but really effective. Smashing. Bring yourselves back up. Both legs are going to go straight for me now. Don't lean back. One leg's going to work its way over the other. And then I want you to gradually bring that leg in. So we know that some of us find the foot will only go about there. Others can get it higher. Doesn't matter. And now we're going to draw this knee in. Now I'm going to be very careful with this because this is this buttock muscle that I injured. So I'm going to draw it in, feeling how it, what the feedback it's giving me. Do you know, that's absolutely fine. So I can feel tension, which is what I want to feel, but I'm not getting spiky pain, so that's fine. Hold it there. See if you can pull that knee in a bit more. Oh, lovely deep breaths. And we're going to have a turn. So I've got opposite hand holding my knee, other hand's going to pop on the floor, and I'm going to rotate round, looking over my shoulder at my lovely garden where everything is being very well tidied up by my other half. A little bit more of a twist. I think I might have to work a bit longer, make so he does more. Lovely rotation. Good, and bring yourselves back. Release that leg down, back into the middle. Other foot comes over, same thing. So your leg draws up, don't roll backwards. If you think you're rolling backwards, sit against the wall when you do this. Bring that leg up. Yeah, and again, feeling the tension there in that buttock muscle. It's a piriformis, it's called. It's not a big muscle, but it's very, very busy. It's a very busy muscle. Sit tall, other hand comes back behind you. Twist your shoulders round. I'm looking off into the far horizon. Exhale a bit more. Lovely. Bring yourselves back. Give your legs a little shake out. We're going to gently roll over onto our back, so take your time. Nice and slowly. Oh, big stretch. Okay, now we're going to go into a bit more back stretching, which for most of us we kind of need. So we're going to hold one knee. Draw it in. Now I want you to be strong with this. So it's not just there. I could just pull it there and you wouldn't know really, but actually I know I can get it to here. And once I get it to here, my lower back and my bottom muscles are getting a stretch. Because obviously, if you think about it, if you imagine the muscle is here, as I pull that knee, it has to get longer to let that move happen. So that's why it works. Pull that knee a little bit more, shoulders back and relaxed. Oh, lovely stretch. Maybe we'll give our ankle a little twist round while we're here. Back round the other way. Little point and flex. Good. Release your leg down nice and slowly. Same thing on the other side. So pull that knee in and then an extra bit. Oh yeah, I can feel that. Exhale. And these little stretches, you know, I was talking to a friend yesterday who's complaining about being very stiff. And you know, the best thing you can do is just set yourself up maybe 4 stretches, 5 stretches to do every morning. So it might be these two, so put your knees into chest, give them a big hug. It might be the cat stretch and cow stretch, because they're really good, aren't they, as well? Good, and then both knees, in they come, draw them in. And then you might want to do a little bit of mobility, so some side bends perhaps, and a twist. And that's you done. Your body will begin to be a little bit more mobile. Do it every morning, 5 minutes. And you honestly, you will feel it's better. Before you go downstairs, before your first cup of tea, make it like, right, I've got to do my stretching and then I'll have my first cup of tea. Knees in a bit more. My husband used to stuff a lot with backache. I think that was also a lot of driving, but he does a stretch routine every morning. I have to say, nothing to do with me. He wouldn't listen to me, but he's done his own stretch routine, and honestly, he's so much less stiff. Legs come down. Have a lovely big stretch. Oh, give those hips a little rock side to side. That is super. Well done, everybody. Okay, feet come back for me. Okay, we're going to do a twist now, and I love this twist. This is another good one you might want to add to your list. Arms out wide. One leg comes over. You know this one. Both legs head down to the floor. So if you crossed your right leg over, you go into the left. Now in the morning, I would do all these stretches on your bed, because your bed is really forgiving. It will support the body when you're stiff. Maybe if at the end of the day you want to do your stretches again, because you're absolutely very, very good, then you could do them on the floor. How about looking the opposite direction? See if you can shuffle your shoulder blades slightly so they're snugger to the floor. And then again, exhale. And this is a passive stretch. We're letting the body do its stretch. We've put it in a funny position, absolutely, but we're letting the body weight and gravity do its thing. And I can feel stretching around my rib cage, across my hip, my back just did a lovely big clunky noise then. I'd have to pay the osteopath 50 quid to get that done. Hold it there. Okay, so come back. Bring your head back around. Gently release your legs and slowly everything to the middle. If your back feels a bit peculiar, bring your knees in, give them a little bounce, because your back will then go back to where it should be. And we're going to go the other way. Leg goes over. Gently down with the feet. Turn your head if you can. Shuffle your shoulders. And let the stretch happen. Breathe. Nice heavy legs. Exhale. And again, breath in. Well done, everybody. So if you're thinking you would like to do some daily stretches, if I get the moment today, I'll write a little list or do a little video of just those sort of 5 minutes morning stretches. If I get a mo, I'll do that in a minute. And then you can do those every day. Great, let's bring everything back in nice and slowly. Oh, I'm going to give my knees a little hug, little bounce. Fantastic. We're going to go to our relaxation now, everybody. If you're already lying on your back, stay there. I'm going to grab my blanket, so if you've got a blanket anywhere handy, I know you've got one there, Mum, haven't you? Grab that, and we will go to our relaxation. I've put the time down. Well, hello, Mandy, you're here as well. Hello, Brendan. Is Diane with you, Brendan, or are you on your own? So next week's timetable is as normal. We have a momentous event going on in our family, haven't we, Mandy and Mum? My son's fiance is due to have twins, and we expect the date to be, we're pretty sure she's going to be induced week after next. So it's going to be all hands on deck. So next week's classes, fingers crossed, will be the same. The week after that, we'll have to see. So at the moment, I said we're finishing classes at the end of this month, like Facebook classes. Might be slightly sooner. It depends on the date. So, it's all very exciting. So you're going to be a great aunt, Mandy, and I'm going to be a granny, and Mum's going to be a great granny. So wow. Anyway, we're going to go to our relaxation now. Lots to think about. To our relaxation. So get yourselves nice and comfortable. Take some lovely, slow, deep breaths, and we're going to allow ourselves a nice 10-minute bit of peace and quiet. Here we go. So if you lie yourselves down on your backs, close your eyes. Take some lovely, slow, deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. As you exhale, I want you to try and allow your body to settle into the ground. Imagine you're sinking into your mat. All the muscles melting away. And then when you inhale, you feel that lift and lightness. Before again, you release and you let go. Let the body settle. Tension melting away from you. Unclenching your face, releasing the muscles of your chest and shoulders. Just letting your body be calm and quiet, and the mind as well. Everything soft and peaceful. have a little stretch now, everybody. Lengthen yourselves out, fingers and toes, having a wriggle. Ooh. And then in your own time, slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Don't hurry. Take your time. Up we come. Did anybody fall asleep? I nearly did. I very nearly fell asleep. So I can't see any comments again. So if you have made any comments, thank you. I'll be able to see them in a minute. I'll be able to go back and look at those. But thank you for joining me very, very much, everybody, today. Oh, tongue twister. Thank you for joining me today, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the stretching. If you're doing this recorded, I hope you enjoyed it. And that's our classes done for the week. So that's our 11 classes, isn't it, we do every week. And we've got the same timetable next week, which should run fine. And then after that, things are changing. I'm hoping to do a second, at least part of the next week. And then physical classes, in-person classes, coming back from the 7th of June. Took me a while to think about that. 7th of June. So if you're already registered with me, then you should have heard from me. If you want to do classes and you are local, then message me, personal message me or email me, and we'll see what we can do. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. If you're braving the pub outside, take your winter woolies, and I'll see you all next week. Bye, everybody.